to the fifth and hopefully final installment of our Craglorn storyline series that includes all dialogue and cutscenes with everything that we interact with during the quest. If you did watch part 4, you would have noticed there's a lot more black on here. I went ahead and knocked out all of the delves and world bosses that were already done well before the Tamriel update wiped them all out. So now we're starting back in on a clean slate. Take a look at our achievements. This one and this one were both on the video 4, along with some of the upper. This is all the lower Craglorn stuff here, and this is just those little world bosses and delves that have nothing to do with the story. It's just something to check off the list, so we didn't bother putting videos up for it. This is long enough. Now, as we got to the end of the lower Craglorn storyline here, you can see the missing guardian pops up here. That leaves us with the last of the upper Craglorn missions. And we're going to pick that up in just a second. This guy's very eager to give it to you right here around the Belkarth Way Shrine. Once that's complete, we knock out Time Lost Warrior, which will give us Craglorn Completionist. That is a gold PlayStation trophy that 0.2% of people playing the game get that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep my mic chatter to a minimum so you guys can just enjoy the game play. Oh, I need to take off that silly outfit. Ready to go.
And what exactly am I supposed to do with a wagon full of goods and no one to buy them?
Watch how good she wants to give. Man, she just needs to give me that quest bad. She is hunting me down. Alright. I'll save the world from the serpent. Okay.
The great warrior, Titus, seeks your counsel. The great warrior paces about outside the observatory in Belkarth. Like a caged tiger he is. He urged me to find you and ask you to hurry. I feel something dreadful is about to take place.
So as you can see, that Dawn of the Viper is the one that we're looking for here. Go ahead and highlight that if it ever decides to pop up. There it goes. Alright, let's head out.
see my message reached you. Have you encountered Kelman in your travels by any chance? The thief reported a magical disturbance around Skyreach. Kelman went in search of an old Mages Guild associate working in the area. He has yet to return. Divines! If Kelman and this mage of his are deep in their cups in Dragonstar, well, it can't be helped. And I can't wait any longer. The thief prepares a ritual to locate the source of the disturbance, but we need another participant. And once again, you offer aid before I need to ask. Thank you. Meet me at the Howling Sepulchres to the north. The ancient needs will regard us as intruders, so be wary. Perhaps we'll even run into Kelman along the way. The thief needs to perform the ritual at a site within the Howling Sepulchres. Go north and follow the path into the hills to the cave we seek. Just stay alert. Undead needs patrol the place, and they have no regard for visitors, living or dead. I don't understand all the intricacies of magic, but she seemed genuinely concerned. It had something to do with ethereal energy. I remember her mentioning that quite often. But other than that, I just know that the disturbance is bad. Doesn't every ill wind blowing through Craglorn originate in the serpent's deceitful maw? I got the impression that the thief suspected the Scaled Court's involvement, but she never really gave us specifics. Of course I do. It's a bad, magical disturbance. Why are you asking me all these foolish questions? Let's just get to the Howling Sepulchre, and then you can pester the thief with your need to know the whys and wherefores of it all. You mean, besides helping the thief deal with Scaled Court cultists and Iron Orc ruffians? Not much. I've been keeping company with Kelman, learning what I can about this age. And when I can, I try to find a way to return to my own time. Wouldn't you? I miss the familiar sights and sounds, the people I know and love, the places that hold meaning to me. This time is not mine. But you don't want to hear an old soldier complain. We have work to do. I don't understand all the intricacies of magic, but doesn't every ill wind? Of course I do. It's a... When the thief mentioned the disturbance emanating from the ruins of Skyreach, it seemed to spark a memory in Kelman. He claimed that a colleague from his days in the Mages Guild was working in the area. No, he was rather vague, come to think of it. I got the impression that it was someone he was close to in the past, but more than that I cannot say. He grabbed his pack, said he'd return shortly, and headed out to find his mysterious friend. Knowing Kelman's history, I suppose that's a distinct possibility. I just hope he hasn't gone and gotten himself into some kind of trouble again. Well, there's nothing to be done about it now. Let's go meet the thief and see what she can learn.
careful. I erect the spine of war. You should keep moving. These roots.
Yeah, that's just a repeatable, no big deal. Stick to the script. Just as soon as I learn how to read a compass, right? That's right. End means go that way.
There's a door around the corner to the left. That should take us to the Sanctum of Farsight.
It's a little easier to see from this side. Of all the times I've been in this dungeon, I don't know if I've ever come in here. I might have to explore a little bit while I'm in here. Gotta start preparing for the next big trophy. That's that stupid Master Angler.
Hold a moment, my lady. Let me assist you.
Light the fires on the 6 pedestals. The flames will not burn long, so be quick.
Things are taking their sweet time.
Side ritual complete. I can now locate the source of the magical disturbance.
Kelman, can you still do that trick with the dead bugs? That was my favorite.
Dear Kelman is here to stop us, little leaf, not to perform tricks for your amusement. He fears the power I'll wield as the exalted viper.
This is madness, Cipia. What are you thinking? No mortal can contain the power of a constellation.
You never had any ambition, Kelman. No vision. When I become the Serpent's equal, with the power of a Celestial at my command, I can make this world a better place.
By destroying Belkarth? How does that make the world a better place? Little Leaf, surely you don't support Cipia's mad dream?
That's enough, you old drunk. Belkarth represents what's wrong with the current age. Once I destroy it, I can finally begin creating a new and better world.
No, Cipia. I won't let you do this!
Not Cipia, dear Kelman. I am the exalted viper.
Kelman! No!
The scaled court's venomous leader killed poor Kelman without remorse or hesitation. But the ritual worked. I know where to find her. Lothna Caverns. This Regent Cipia, the leader of the Scaled Court, she plans to somehow gain the powers of a Celestial, to make herself the Serpent's equal. She has much to answer for, not the least of which is the murder of Kelman Locke. The Scaled Court's venomous leader, this Regent Cipia, the leader of the Scaled Court, she plans to somehow gain the powers of a Celestial, to make herself the Serpent's equal. She has much to answer for, not the least of which is the murder of Kelman Locke. For one such as Regent Cipia, yes, very bad. By her own admission, Cipia plans to remake the world. We cannot allow that to happen. Stranger things have happened in the past. As one of the Celestial Guardians, it is my job to oppose the Serpent and his followers. This Cipia appears to be the worst of them. We must go to Lothna Caverns and stop her. Quickly, meet me at Lothna Caverns. We must stop Regent Cipia before it's too late.
I can't join you for this. One of us needs to return to Belkarth and prepare the city's defenses. You and the thief. Avenge Kelman, and stop this mad viper. For all our sakes.
gonna give the inventory a quick check. Okay, yeah, we're good for a little while. Where are we going? Dun 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 dun. Oh, I think I just spotted it in Belcar. Nope. Provisioning rep. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna horsey over there. I'm not sure what you mean. What red markers on the ground are you talking about? Try to hit too many nodes along the way. There are a few things that I do need. Metal Columbine, Dragonthorn, Tempering Alloys, lower level raw metal, unrefined. Up or down, south side. You know, even on PlayStation 3, they managed to put a little pop-up map in the corner of the screen for Diablo. That really shouldn't be too much to ask for. Just a little bitty pop-up in the bottom right. Crux of dust. You know what's really messed up? I've done every Nern Crux mine. There's no Nern Crux there. It's just a stupid troll boss at everyone. I've done every Nern Crux mine. There's no Nern Crux there. Okay, so you're asking about the AoEs that show up on the ground when something attacks. That's That's how the game works. If you're not getting that, you have a serious problem and you need to talk to Elder Scrolls support.
So much to do, so little time.
One piece of advice to you would be, when you're not when you do go to put in a report about your screen never showing any of the AoEs for the enemy, make sure you include some YouTube videos, or they'll never believe you. And keep replying back until they actually give you an answer that makes sense, as they do like to just say some bullshit that means absolutely nothing or has anything to do with what you reported. I just like to look around and explore, make sure there's no books like that before I actually get the mission spot. Grab any special little collectibles along the way. The dungeon. La 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 la. Was it necessary? No, but it was fun. This is using one of my skill points. Damn it, I'm gonna get something out of it. There's all the Nerf that I need to make everything. Maybe if I ask nicely.
The triggers will summon a bridge of ethereal energy. It can only be activated in the presence of celestial power. That means Cipia is close to achieving her goals.
For those that don't know, these urns, pretty much all urns, are where you get your motifs for crafting styles.
Regent Cipia, you must not continue upon this dangerous path.
No, you don't understand. Leave us alone and everything will be fine.
things that I've learned over a lot of time of playing different Elder Scrolls is to loot before you fight, because sometimes the end of the fight will kick you right out of the area and you can't get back in. I've read that book already. How about that? Alright, time to get to business.
Come back to me, little leaf! I am the exalted viper! I shall not be denied my place in the sky!
Oh, don't worry, I'll send you there.
To make things better.
Use the portal and return to the observatory. I will meet you there.
Why the hell won't it let me read this book? Was this messing with my collection? 2,411 out of 3,087. Come on, give me that damn book.
Regent Cipia reached for powers that were not hers to acquire. And so we did. Cipia and Little Leaf's deaths were regrettable, but they were a necessary evil in our efforts to save Craglorn. You have provided another great service to the Guardian Celestials. For that, you have my gratitude.
Once again, it looks like we are heading back to Belkarth, where we already are. So, if everything goes the way it always has, we should be meeting up with the quest giver right around the way shrine. Or here. He looks kind of tired or drunk. Maybe both.
Mortal, the Celestial Guardian has one more obligation for you to fulfill. My champion, Titus, who I called across the sands of time in my moment of need, is fading. His mortal mind can't deal with the shift in his reality. The longer he remains here, the more likely he will lose all that he is. If only it were that simple. As Titus loses parts of himself, his connection to me is severed. I can no longer reach him with my blessing. Titus has done everything I asked of him. It is time to send him home. Will you help him remember who he is? I knew I could count on you. I last saw Titus in the north, searching for his wife's grave. As his mind slips away, he fights to hold on to it. It pains him to accept that all he knew is dead and gone. Yet he strives to keep the memories alive. The Serpent's corruption was insidious. By the time I realized what was happening to my Apex Stone, I was too weak to fight back. But I was able to call my champion to me. Titus is valiant, and he knows this region well. I knew he would be an asset. The Serpent forced me to summon Taresh Z and his army, using our connection to infiltrate their minds. I summoned Titus before the Serpent completed his control over me. It was my last free act, and it allowed Titus to remain true to his own heart. Such complex and powerful magic always contains an element of risk, but it was never my intention to harm Titus. Now I want to make things right. Help restore Titus's memories and his connection to me, and I can send him back where he belongs.
just waiting for that guy to de-res. Man, I guess he's just gonna keep hanging out here. Discover that real quick. Alright, later. Distracted by all the pretty little flowers. And ripping the wings off of butterflies, we can't ever forget that. Never too busy to rip the wings off of butterflies.
Now is... Now is not the time, my friend. I mean you no ill will, but if you don't leave me to my thoughts, I will draw steel against you. I came here to remember her. I have to remember her. I've lost everything else. I can't lose her as well. What's happening to me? I'm fading away. I remember everything since I arrived in this time perfectly. But memories from my time? Memories of who I really am? They slip through my fingers like sand in an hourglass. I came here to try to hold on to the memory of my wife. But the realization of her death... it's almost too much to bear. More questions concerning magic? Do I look like a mage to you? I once was proud that the warrior had chosen me. But now, that honor hangs over my head like a curse. I can't even hear the warrior's call anymore. Please, friend, just leave me be.
Cool. Well, that's the end of that. Mission's over, I win.
The darkness that shrouds Titus's mind blocks my connection to him. But since you touched my Apex Stone, I can still communicate with you. You consider Titus to be a friend. Are you ready to help him? Once there was a blade of legend called Warsworn, wielded by my greatest champions. It has been without a true consort for far too long. We must change that. Currently, an iron orc carries the blade like a trophy, even though he cannot wield it. Warsworn can do many things in the hands of one worthy to wield it. Recover the blade and give it to Titus. It will remind Titus of who he is and restore his connection to me. Then I can send Titus home. The blade resides in the ruins to the southwest, while the Iron Orc, Scareth of the Many, is not worthy of Warsworn. He is a powerful combatant. He collects trophies from his victims, and will not give up the blade willingly. The blade will restore Titus to his true self, but time grows short. Already, I sense that Titus contemplates a warrior's death as a release from his torment. We cannot allow that. Titus still has many battles to win before his life comes to an end.
And that's how you just stack dots up and let them do their job for you. I'm gonna save that real quick.
It's good to see you again before the end, my friend. I was just saying one last farewell to my wife before I depart to find my final battle. This is a magnificent blade. I can feel its energy. It calls to me, just as the warrior once.
I want to see if I can look at that. Quest item. That's it.
It's good to see. This is a magnificent blade. I can feel its energy. It calls to me, just as the warrior once did. It feels right, as though I was meant to have it. Well then, in friendship, I hope you'll accept my old blade. Something to remember me by.
Yeah, I can pawn that for like $50.
Take up my blade, Titus Valerius. You have earned it. Let its might flow through you and remind you who and what you are. A warrior true.
I feel stronger. My memories return. Celestial warrior, hear me. I have done all you have demanded. I have served faithfully. Now please, send me home.
You are my champion, Titus, in whom I am well pleased. Hold tightly to the blade. It will travel with you and serve you well in your own time.
My comrades, my friends, never have I fought beside more noble heroes. This may be farewell, but I will not forget you. Fight on, and never let your values falter. With you, I know the future is in capable hands. Larissa, beloved, my part in this war is over. I'm coming home.
Do not fear. The story of Titus Valerius recounts one of the greatest warriors to ever walk the surface of Tamria. His achievements echo even into the future. Perhaps the same would be true of you.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Get a little bit of the actual storyline. That is it. That's the gold trophy. I feel more heroic than commanding right now, don't you think? There we go. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.